I made a video about survival where I talked about the very basics of how to survive, how to keep yourself alive, and how to get out of homelessness. And I go more in depth with that on my website. And then I made a video about, well, now that you're not homeless, what are some of the most basic things that you should do to survive, such as cooking and cleaning and cleaning your body and having friends and just basic stuff that we would consider to be normal when you're starting to survive on your own. And then the next thing I went into was actualization, which is the idea that once you've got the basics of living down, once you're able to survive, once you're able to take care of yourself, then you should pursue something that you find important or meaningful in your life, whether it be social relationships, whether it be reading history, or whether it be programming, or whether it be art, just whatever is your passion that you want to do. And then the even higher level is to spread yourself out between all the arts and all the sciences. So let's say that you personally like reading history. That's fine for you to go read history and for you to prefer that. But you should also draw, and you should also study a little bit of physics, and you should also study a little bit of math, and you should also study a little bit of sculpting and a little bit of making cutting stone, and you should study a little bit about gardening, and you should just spread yourself out a little bit more thin, meaning you still have your thing that you prefer to study for yourself, for your own passions, for your own projects. But then the higher level is that you cover the arts and the sciences in general, and you're more generalized, like the idea of a Renaissance man, and you just pursue everything that academics has to offer you is your oyster, and you just reach out and take the grapes of knowledge and put it in your mouth. That's the idea of the Renaissance man, is it's all waiting for you, right? The splendor of what humans have already discovered. But then you may find that after you do that you're still left empty, and you're like, well, what is the next thing after that? And the next thing after that is spiritual activation. So when you are in service of God, or when you are in service of goodness or good, if you're an atheist, you can either be in service of God or you can be in service of good, right? How can I make that as clear and as short as possible? Basically, it's the idea that you should make your life a little bit about service to others. You should make your life a little bit more about being service to others than being of service to yourself. Meaning that you still do have to serve yourself. If you don't serve yourself at all, then you're going to suffer, right? But making your life be about serving others in some fashion that you see fit. It doesn't have to be what society expects of you to do to serve other people. It doesn't necessarily mean just doing whatever people ask you to do, right? But it does mean making the core mission of your life be something that has to do with helping other people. Even if you're just helping other people by drawing inspiring art, or you're making music, or however you see fit to help other people, when you make your life about helping other people, that's when you get to the very next level of spiritual activation, is to make your life about helping other people. And then the next level after that, which I like to call a spiritual launch, to launch out of your body, is just going through the meditation. So, there's very few people out there who will say meditation is bad. And meditation is very good for you. And you should meditate often, and you should explore your mind. And there's a lot of information out there about meditation, and you should study it. You should study what other meditators have had to say about meditation, and this will take you very far spiritually. And that's essentially how you spiritually activate, is you make your life about helping others, even if it's just by a little bit, and you meditate. And that's the next, it's not the final step, but it's the final step in this video series.